Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is Emma and you are watching my YouTube channel. Today is a bullet journaling video and it is for my April setup. So you can see that I am doing the setup slightly different to usual, and I am doing it vertically instead of horizontally, even though I have a horizontal bullet journal. I was going to make this video really quick. It was going to be about 4 minutes long, just showing you my April spread. And then I had the grand idea that I wanted to redo my entire bullet journal. So after I do my April spread, I actually show you how I have redone my entire bullet journal. A lot of the things that I have done, I probably could have done a lot better if I took some more time. And there's a lot of things that you shouldn't do, but I did anyway, and I'm actually like pretty happy with the way that it turned out. It's very personalized and everything like that. To tell you why I decided that I wanted to redo my entire bullet journal, pretty much I just found that I haven't been using it. I want to use it. I want it to be my diary, my journal, my, something that I use every day, but I just wasn't, and I was trying to figure out why I wasn't using it, and like why I wasn't as motivated as I was originally to use it, and pretty much I thought, okay, maybe I'm overcomplicating it. The format's wrong, like the side to side. I just feel like it's not a diary. Like I feel like I want it to be vertical, not horizontal, so that's why I changed that. And yeah, it just didn't feel like a diary to me. So that's the main reasons why I've changed it up, in hope that I will actually use it. But yeah, you can see that I am ripping out every single page of my diary. At first, when I started doing this, I was just like, oh my god, what am I doing? But once I started, it was too late. I couldn't go back. And then I used masking tape to sort of hold the edge of everything together so that at least all of the pages were in line. I have watched videos on like people binding books and things like that. Like I know that this is not the right way to do it. I am well aware of that. But I did it this way anyway because if you haven't realized, I'm stubborn, and if I want to do something right now, I will do it right now, even if I don't have the tools that I need. And I kind of just make it work the way that I want it to. I did get halfway through this and go, what the hell am I doing? I wish I had have done this properly. So if you are going to do this, I would recommend actually looking up some tutorials on how to rebind a book, or, tips on how to make your book binding actually work properly. But in the end, it did actually work out pretty well. And it actually turned out the way that I wanted it to. You'll see most of my pages here are like backwards and forwards and things. They're previous months, so I wasn't too worried about it as long as they were all in order at the very least. And then March, I decided to put the correct way, because I was like, okay, well, I can use parts of this still, even though it's practically April. But yeah, so you can actually see in the pages that I'm putting in that I haven't been using it. So I'm not lying, I actually have not been using it, which is really, really disappointing, and why I have done this project. So after going through an entire roll and a half of sticky tape, I had finally bound my book good enough that it all stuck together, and I decided that it needed a cover, and I wasn't too sure exactly what I was going to make a cover out of. Originally I thought maybe some like really thick 300 gram like watercolor paper, and then make a really pretty design on it, but the size that I had wasn't quite big enough, so I found the back of one of my A3 notepads, and I had already ripped the back of that off for something else, so I just folded it into the right size, and then cut off the excess pieces with a Stanley knife, so that it was all the right size. And you can see that the cardboard is quite dirty, grotty, used, so I actually decided that I wanted to cover the cardboard with some fabric that I had in my just laying around on my desk. So I got the fabric, and I then realized that I probably should use like a hot glue gun or sew it or something like that. But another thing that I was just decided to do was use some of my pink masking tape and just like attach it all with that. And I thought it looked really cool because my masking tape is pink, and the actual fabric is like this blue teal color, or aqua. So it all worked out really well. Again, another thing that I probably should have done is ironed the fabric before I covered it entirely in it, but you know, that's fine too. As I said, when I get projects like this, I just want to do it, and I get it done as quick as possible, and then go back and go, oh yeah, I probably could have changed this and that. But now I know for next time. I had a lot of fun doing this. It only took me maybe a couple of hours, and it gave me some really good ideas for my next bullet journal, and I could definitely insert my next bullet journal into this as well if I wanted to, because I've created it in a way that I could attach anything in the middle of it. It wouldn't necessarily even need to be a bullet journal. I could just add anything in the middle. But eventually I want to draw on the outside of it, just to give it a little bit more character and whatnot. I started doing a bit of a doodle on the inside. You'll see that in a moment. And I think that worked out really, really well. I didn't really know what to draw, so I didn't finish it all exactly. I also thought about putting the string or the ribbon underneath the fabric, or like half underneath the fabric, so you couldn't see it on the outside. But I decided against that. I figured if I wanted to in the future, I could always get some like fake leather string or something like that and put that around the cover if I wanted to. And I figure at some stage I'm going to have to fix the masking tape eventually, because it'll probably start lifting after a little while, but it's functional at the moment, and I've actually been using it for the past like week so far, so that's super exciting that I'm actually using it, and I enjoy the way that it looks, so that is also good, and I had a lot of fun doing it. So you'll see me in a moment. I go back and fix the April spread, because you would have noticed that half of the pages are upside down. So I wasn't too fussed about making it look overly pretty or anything like that. At the moment, I just want it to be functional, and I'll probably make it prettier as we go along. I have already created my May spread at this stage. I haven't put it in this video. It's going to be a separate video of how I've done May, but yeah, I'm already really happy with the way that turned out. So yeah, you can see half my numbers are upside down. I was going to cover them, but then I just decided to use some whiteout and used like liquid paper, or whatever you want to call it, over the top of the numbers, and then just wrote over the top of them again with a Sharpie to make sure that you knew what day it was. As I said, I wasn't trying to make it overly pretty. I just wanted it to be functional at this stage. So that is what I've been up to recently, and why I wanted to change my bullet journal. I think it actually turned out pretty funky. I like the way that it looks, and it's very handmade, I suppose. I am looking forward to finishing off this one and being able to start fresh in a already bound book. I think that will be fun to use, and might feel like I want to use it a little bit more. But in the meantime, this is really good. I've got like a new outlook on my bullet journaling, so that is the main thing for now. I hope you've really enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions or suggestions on things I could have done, I know there are a lot of things I could have done a lot better in this. I am well aware of that, but if you have anything in particular that I didn't mention, please feel free to let me know. Otherwise, I will see you in my next video. Thanks guys. Bye.